Hey guys, I wanted to actually sit at my desk for once and my microphone um, and look all official. But there's a story that is going around, it's gone viral now, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. It's a story that you might have heard of Rachel Tussey. She was a 47-year-old mom of three, and she was going to get a mommy makeover, which is a very popular surgery. She had it done. She documented a lot of it, like the process ahead of time on her TikTok account. She was known for being very honest about things that happen as you age and things she's going through as her kids are growing up and getting out of the house and things like that. So she started to get a following, and she did document right before she went in for the surgery. And her husband then got on her TikTok. She had the procedure February 25th. And it initially seemed like it went well right when she came out. The surgeon said everything went well. However, it quickly took a turn for the worst when she became unresponsive. Her husband says that nobody was in the room with her when he entered, when he was allowed to go back and post-op. And I am still trying to figure out, she should have been on a monitor. I work in healthcare. She should have been hooked up to a monitor. So I'm not quite sure how it would have gone off, and people should have known that she was becoming unresponsive, having trouble, like her breathing was an issue. And her husband said on TikTok that he believed that she was given too much pain medication. I did look at the amount that he said was given of two pain medications, and there's no way that would have been enough to do what happened. It seemed like a standard dose, especially for the surgery that she just had, which is a pretty extensive surgery. So I understand his assumption. I suppose if he's not in the medical field and doesn't really pay attention to things like that, or like I know how it is. Like if you don't, sometimes when you work in it, you forget that most people are not, they don't understand what's going on when it's going on. And I know it can be very frustrating for the family. So, so the lady was unresponsive at the time when the husband got on TikTok to let everybody know what happened. Apparently, he said that he believed she was given too much. They did give her Narcan twice, according to him, which is odd. It did nothing, but it was odd because I'm not sure why they would do that if they knew what dose they gave her. So that was strange to me, but it did not work. So she was then placed on life support, and her husband said that he was told she was brain dead. Now, we'll come back to that in a minute. He said she was brain dead, and he decided that he was going to take her off life support because she was brain dead. She was without oxygen for 6 minutes. And I feel like the medical terminology is an issue here. But because in his mind, she was already dead, essentially. So he basically started to prepare for, he had an obituary. A lot of the media was already reporting her as being dead. But when they took her off the ventilator, she started to breathe on her own. Not very strongly, but she was fighting. And so there's been a lot of confusion because people thought she had already passed away. And she is being moved to hospice care to make her comfortable. So it seems as if they don't have a great prognosis for her, even though she is fighting. And a GoFundMe account has popped up for the husband and the children to get through this time, and also pay Rachel's medical bills, which the husband had brought up before. And I feel like there is some shade towards the husband just because of the confusion. I've had comments about it. But I don't know what the scenario could be that would kind of involve him as well as medical staff that should have been there. You never know, but right now I have no reason to believe that things happen differently than what he said. So we just have to go off of his account. And to that point, like I said, he does not have a medical background. So his use of medical terms could be causing a lot of the confusion. I'm not sure if the doctors literally told him that she was brain dead. Because of her condition, I'm guessing that he confused that with like anoxic brain injury, which is when you don't get oxygen to your brain for a while. So I feel that might be what happened, and it's causing confusion, and people are starting to side-eye, him. And also there's people are upset because she felt like she needed a mommy makeover. There's lots of comments about that. And from all accounts, it seemed like it was solely her that wanted to do it for herself to feel better after having 3 children. And so I think we just have to be careful about what we think and say until we know all of the facts. But I wanted to just clear some of that stuff up for you guys. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.